Hey guys, welcome to the Chaotic Gardener. And if you don't follow me already, I suggest that you like and subscribe to my channel. Why? Well, why not? Just join me for a walk around my garden every now and then, for the crazy daft things that I do, for my fails, for my successes, for the joy I get out of picking things and cooking up and making my own things out of what I grow and harvest. Certainly not professional by any means, but having lots of fun in the garden. So today I thought I would take you for a quick little tour of the front garden and everything that I need to do in it. It is the holidays, so yay, I'm going to get to spend a substantial amount of time in the garden, slowly every day, doing a little bit of something. The garden hedge, you can see behind me here, is in desperate need of a trim. So that I need to get stuck into, but I'm going to go slowly and do it slowly so that I don't injure myself. But also today it's been a bit of a grey and blustery day. It's been raining most of the morning and there's just a little bit of a gap in the rain at the moment, so I thought I'd take you along as I go and plant up a planter. I have planted up 2 planters with succulents from around the garden, and just literally go around the garden and pick some succulents from wherever they are growing and come and pop them into a planter. And succulents aren't my favorite plant, but when I put them in these planters, they just bring me so much joy and I love seeing them. So I thought, we've got a flat planter that was originally planted up and it died off, so I'm going to refresh it and replenish it, and I thought I'd take you along with me. So this little pot over here I have put together twice, and I've really enjoyed it. It's brought me quite a lot of pleasure, and I really had fun putting it together. I've just gone around the garden and found some succulents and just done my own thing. So I thought I would do something similar today. Here is another pot plant that I put together a little while ago, but look how gorgeous that looks. So I think I'm going to harvest a little bit of those for my new planter. And the nice thing about succulents is you can literally just break off a part of it and pop it in the ground and it will continue to grow. I think I should go and get some secateurs though. How cool are those? When they're in their young form, they look like little bubbles that you could pop, and then as they grow bigger they become these gorgeous leaves. So I think I'm going to pop some of the bigger version off as well, although that does look really gorgeous trailing down like that. This was originally bought by Rob and Trinity actually, and it did have a whole bunch of succulents in it at the time, but they didn't survive, so I have potted in a few just random things here, and I thought I'd fill the rest of it up. So take you around the garden where we can harvest a couple of different things and then bring it back and put it all together. Okay, so while I'm really enjoying how that trails down, I am going to chop it off and use it in my planter. Still got quite a bit left there. I'm hearing cheeping. We had a random baby chick come into our garden this morning. Our next door neighbors have chickens, and one of the babies came into the garden and we tried to catch it, but they run super fast, and then it ran into the front garden here somewhere, and I'm now hearing cheeping going on, so I'm not sure if it is still here and amongst the craziness of my overgrown end of summer garden. Maybe we'll come across it as we go around looking for more succulents to put into our planter. I'm just concerned that my dogs are going to get it, which won't be fun. So here I have autumn joy sedum, which I think I might have some inside the planter already, so I'm not going to take any of those. This is what I'm going to be spending a lot of time fixing and repairing. I think I'm going to take that out of there and use that. Nice chartreusey color. We could take one or two of these little aloes. We just literally pull them out the ground. Oh, look how beautiful that moss is. That would also look very nice growing somewhere. I'm not sure I'd be able to harvest that very easily, but maybe I'll get a little scraper and see. Something fairy-like about moss, eh? Here comes a little patch of George there. And then these always look lovely. So when they get their little yellow shoots, I'm going to literally just pull a couple of those out and try and leave the weeds behind. Another area that desperately needs a lot of attention. Yeah. There we go. Nice little pile building up there. I'm going to take a little bit of this for a nice pop of white. Nice bundle there. Okay, so far we have this little bundle here. I feel like I need to get a bit more of this, and I think we have these in here to work with already, but a few more things won't go amiss. Look how nice that is growing. It's looking really good. So just gonna pull this bundle out here, nice and healthy looking. I've just pulled off two of these leaves and I'm just going to pop them in here, the back, and they should root. One over here. Go. Get that part off. Now let's really learn the names of all of these succulents. And hopefully that will fill in and make a beautiful arrangement that you pretty much don't even have to do anything to. You can kind of just leave it to grow and develop into its own little ecosystem here. Really, I don't spend too much time stressing over the other arrangements that I have in my garden, and yet they look gorgeous the whole season. Being succulents, they don't need a huge amount of water, so I mean, this has been totally just left to grow by itself, and it started off as literally just one leaf. So it's looking beautiful, and hopefully we'll get some blooms from it. It gets a stalk with a lovely dainty yellow bloom on, and these obviously flower white, and as you can see, these little bubbles will develop into that with a nice touch of pinky red, which complements these two over there. And then this chartreusey colored sedum is lovely as well, and also gets a little dainty flower on it when it does flower. That is my lovely succulent planter that I've potted up today, just getting me in the mood for what's to come in the next couple of weeks, getting stuck into the garden, trying to calm the chaos that is here, and getting some autumn winter crops going, because I desperately need to get them going. The parsnips and beets that I planted a few weeks ago, nothing happened to them. They didn't come up. I got a whole bunch of zinnias that seem to have come out of nowhere, but no vegetables, so I will be reseeding those. But I think I do need to put a fresh layer of compost on all of the beds first. So quickly, let's go around the garden and you can have a quick look at all the bits and pieces that I'm going to start with in the front garden. Lots and lots of weeding, cleaning up, and getting things on track for winter. So here we have the cucamelon bush, which has kind of gone a little bit crazy, but that's okay for now. It's kind of covering my mint bed over here, and it has grown up this cosmos plant. But yeah, I think we need to tame the wildness there. Underneath here I have a tomatillo which has started flowering again, and I'm getting some tomatillos on there. You can see poking through here. So I'm going to leave that for a little bit longer, see what we can get out of there. The cucamelons are still growing, but again, oh look, there's one. I don't get them all the time. Having said that, now I can find a whole bunch of them. This is looking divine. Look how big and beautiful that is. So I also need to spend some time mapping out my garden. I think I'm going to be a little bit less of chaos and a bit more ordered. Each bed has a specific something in. This is crown prince pumpkins. Got a bit of parimoju on there I need to chop off. Not sure if they're going to grow because I think it's a bit late in the season, but we shall see. This whole bed needs a lot of weeding. Peppers, still getting some peppers, but the rest of the bed is ready to be amended and planted up. The beans were here and I pulled them out just last week. Eggplants still doing their thing. Getting stuff out of there. And the butternut, I did harvest some last week, but look through there, you can see 1, 2, 3 in the distance and a few up the little trellis over there, but I think those are going to come to an end very soon as well. And the peppers, I think I'm going to pull that out because we don't tend to eat them, so bit of a waste. of space. And there I have my roses. This was my cut flower zinnia corner. Desperately needs to be emptied or cleaned out. Hello. Venus has just come back from a walk at Kiba Gorge. Yeah, so just lots of clearing out, tidying up, weeding that needs to be done in this front section. The birds have a lot to say about that. And cutting back the hedge at the back, most especially. Getting some tidiness and order in the situation. So I'm looking forward to that, and I'm going to do it bit by bit every day. Not all in one day. And hopefully we will see beautiful progress. Look how gorgeous these are. How stunning are those? Wow. I think they've been hidden the whole of summer by the bigger ones that were in front of them. So those are stunning. Hey, Venus. And here, in this garden bed, I am thinking of rearranging some of these bushes, because I've got a little miniature azalea at the back there and you can't actually see it. So I'm thinking of bringing that forward and putting this at the back. So we shall see. That's what gardens are for, rearranging. Fig has got a few new leaves. Actually, I don't quite understand what to do with this, because maybe it's because of our Durban weather, if anybody knows any different, but you're supposed to prune them down in winter. So I know we're not in winter yet, but I'm getting a whole bunch of fresh new growth, so I'm not so sure if I should prune it severely or just leave it for now and prune it later on. And here also the zinnia, beautiful seed heads on there, so I'm going to harvest a whole bunch of those again, so I've got my own crop for next season. And look at that, beautiful. That brings joy to my heart. This is slowly starting to do a little bit of something. How pretty that is, so pretty. I wish this whole bush was covered in blooms, but maybe next season. And so that's just a little bit of what I have planned for my holidays. So guys, thank you for spending the morning with me. I hope you've enjoyed seeing the chaos that I'm about to get stuck into, and enjoyed planting up my planter with me. If you have things around the garden and you are frustrated because you can't get into the garden, or you hurt, or you just don't have the energy to get out there and get stuck into the main garden, get yourself a little planter and pull out some plants from the garden and stick them in a pot. It brings just as much joy. You're getting your hands dirty and you're still getting to create something yourself. I think it's the joy of creating, putting things together, and there doesn't have to be a set order that you do it in. I certainly don't have a very specific way of designing. I just kind of found whatever was available, not even whatever I wanted, whatever was available, and made it work. Get out there and do it too. And I hope you have a wonderful week. Until next week, bye.